Today, we've got two great drivers, Conor Daly and Alexander Rossi. Welcome, everybody. I have to ask, is this your first public appearance as teammates?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't
Possibly.
know. Sure.
This is cool.
Yes, it is. We're going to go with that.
This is where I come in, right? The start.
It's a debut.
Well, it's great to have you here in Austin. Firstly, we're going to start with you, Alex. You're driving here this weekend, and it's a track that you're quite familiar with. You've raced here in Formula One. Tell us a little bit about your weekend so far and how it's been going for you.
It's amazing to be back here and racing at such an awesome facility with, always a great city to come to. The people, the fans, the support we have is always sensational, so it's awesome that IndyCar is finally here. The weekend's really just been about progressing from what we learned in testing in February and understanding how the track has changed since then and kind of what you need. It's definitely different today than yesterday, just with the temperature differences. So it was good that the track came to us a little bit, but we definitely have some work to do in the heat, so tomorrow will be interesting.
You mentioned the track conditions have changed actually from yesterday to today. How much does that affect you going into qualifying and trying to obviously optimize your position on the grid and then maybe even change the setup back for tomorrow? How's that gonna affect you and the team?
It's something that you always have to stay on top of in this championship. You know, it seems every track we go to, it evolves every single session, and the Firestone tires are very sensitive to not only ambient temperature but track temperature as well. And so you're always kind of predicting and guessing what the car's going to need, and the team and driver that's the most on top of it throughout the weekend is usually the team that's having the most success. So for us, for those that don't know, I mean, when it's colder like this, there's more grip. The air is denser, so the cars are making more downforce. There's more horsepower available, so that's where you see the quicker lap times come. When it gets hot, really above 100 degrees track temp, you start to slide around a bit more and the track becomes greasy because the oils come to the surface. So it's just understanding that and how your car is behaving. Sometimes in the hot, you know, you're actually more competitive because that's just what your balance needs. It really just depends on the weekend and the track.
How hard is it for you to be sitting on the sidelines watching teammates like Alex and Marco battle it out there?
I mean, it's awesome. This is obviously one of the best teams in the sport. I've never been teammates with Alex except on a reality television program, obviously, and so now it'll be really cool to listen in. Obviously, I'm just trying to learn. I'm on his stand a lot. You pick up anything and everything. Information is always good. So to learn how they're operating, see what the team is like, is really helpful for me. And our car is going to be fantastic in May, and I can't wait to be going alongside 4 other American drivers and really good drivers at that. It's going to be cool. Our U.S. Air Force car is going to look fantastic. I can't wait to show everyone in April, later in April, and so it's going to be a lot of fun to just get out there and get rolling.
You mentioned the reality TV show that you guys did together, Amazing Race. How much fun was that, but also how competitive was it?
It was so fun, right, Alex?
No. It's not fun at all.
It was thrilling.
It was miserable.
Alex loved every bit of it.
You didn't like it either.
I loved it.
No one from CBS is here, it's okay.
It was great. So many fun activities, right?
Yeah.
How are those scorpions? Just terrific?
Fantastic. No, you're so right though. Like, it's amazing how competitive it actually was. We went into it thinking, when you watch on TV, it looks pretty easy. And granted, some of the things aren't that difficult, but I think the biggest challenge is not so much the obstacles, it's how much they're forcing you out of your comfort zone. So before you even start the event, you're pissed off, right? And you don't want to be there.
Conor doesn't have his phone, what's he gonna do, right?
Oh, yeah, no. We actually got along really well for 95% of it.
We had a lacrosse ball and a notebook. That's all we had to use.
Purple Pete.
Yeah, exactly. We named our lacrosse ball that we had to throw against the wall. Yeah. That's all the activities that we had. No phones.
No, it was wild. So before you actually are doing the competitive things, you're kind of already not happy. So then once you get into it and then you don't know where you're going and you're lost and you don't know what they're looking for, and a lot of the things were pretty messed up in terms of they want you to fail. I think we should represent ourselves pretty well.
I think we did okay.
You made it to the final. In racing terms, it wasn't quite a podium, but it was an impressive performance, and it was great for the IndyCar brand as well to be represented on national TV. To you, Conor, now you're going into the Indy 500. Are you looking to build upon that and maybe getting some more races this year, not only in IndyCar but potentially a couple of NASCAR races as well?
I mean, I'll drive anything, obviously. Doing the Indy 500 is obviously our biggest race. It's the there's the most cars. We have so many so many days on track as well, which is actually great. So I'm excited about it. We're obviously my goal is to always do more races, and to do more races with Andretti Autosport would be obviously a dream come true, I think, for any driver. So we'll see. We gotta keep working on it every day. I'm still working on it nonstop, but at least we have this incredible program to start with, and that's what we're all going to try and do, is go out and try and win that race. That would obviously, everyone always just says, well, all you got to do is win the Indy 500. It's like, yeah, who would have thought? And so that'll be pretty cool. So we'll see what happens after that, but hopefully we can do more.
And the fellow to your right there, he actually did win the Indy 500 in 2016.
I saw it.
As a rookie, which is pretty remarkable. And not only that, in my humble opinion, I believe you were probably the best driver in the 2 races since then at Indianapolis. Are you looking forward to going back there again in 2019?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's been circled on the calendar since May 27th of last year. I mean, the 365-day countdown started as soon as the race finished. So it's a race we look forward to all year. And they kind of say that the NTT IndyCar season starts twice. Obviously once in St. Pete for the season opener, but then during the month of May. And it's such an all-inclusive month that's amazing for the teams, the drivers, and everyone that gets to be a part of it. So we're getting close now, under 2 months away, and obviously it's a lot of motivation to go back there and try and do it again. Andretti Autosport always has strong cars there. We have an awesome lineup. Obviously with the addition of Conor, it's going to be great to have more kind of feedback coming in to our cars and propelling them to the top. So excited about it for sure.
You mentioned that there's like 2 starts to the season. Of course, we had St. Petersburg, which was the first round of the season. How challenging was that for you? Because I know you're somebody who's competitive. And so what are your expectations going into round 2 here at Circuit of the Americas?
At St. Pete, we just had some issues throughout the weekend, and we were just kind of never really there. We qualified 6th, finished 5th, and it was very uneventful, kind of boring from our side. So, we rolled off strong this weekend. Haven't been out in the top 3 yet in a session. So, we definitely are looking to bounce back from that. It wasn't a horrible result by any means, but certainly not what we're looking for. So yeah, going into qualifying this afternoon, we'll need to execute and hopefully have a good day tomorrow.
Absolutely. But before we go, is there any questions for either Alex or Conor?
Alex, I noticed you're wearing your lovely suit there, and we always hear about the protective suits, but what about your shoes? Can you tell us what kind of special shoes they make you wear for racing?
I mean, no, I don't think Nike comes out with fireproof shoes yet, so it's not really their demographic. There's really nothing to say about them other than they're fireproof, so I can be on fire for 8 seconds and not burn my feet. So that's cool.
That's helpful.
They're very thin to have more feel on the pedals. You don't want to have a big sole, so they're very thin.
I've been on fire a lot. It's not fun. I don't suggest it. My shoes protected me, and so did everything else.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
You were on fire actually before the Indianapolis 500 started.
Yeah.
That was a good day.
That was cool. Yeah.
It
Thanks.
smelled a little bit like bacon,
It did. But hey, this year's gonna be way better.
absolutely. We do expect to see the Andretti Autosport cars up front at the Indianapolis 500, and we also expect to see it here tomorrow. We wish you all the best. It's very nice of you to take your time out of the day to come join us. So have a big hand for Conor Daly and Alex Rossi.